Sorry, I was just kind of sitting there for a minute. I was kind of messing with my settings. Oh, it's actually a lot smoother than it used to be. Sorry, I was just kind of in the middle of completing some upgrades. I'm still not done upgrading my PC, by the way. A couple new things about my PC. And I know a lot of you who are, especially those who are PC users, are going to listen to me talk about my rig and go, wow, that's kind of a cheap rig. For me, I'm on a tight budget, and let's put it this way, my old rig, what I had, and it was an EVGA GTX 260. And to kind of get going here, I initially went to PC laptops, and when I told them what I had as far as my video card was concerned, they went, oh yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade you. Let's go ahead, even the 650 is a major upgrade for you. Stuff like that. And they did benchmarking and everything, and I saw it, and I said, okay, let me go ahead and wait for my tax returns, and I'll come back to you. So a couple weeks later, which was last Saturday, I went and I got my tax return, and I went to go ahead, and we were talking about actually getting me the 960 instead, because that's what I was interested in. Unfortunately, I didn't have the money on me, so I was trying to see what I could get for about $200, and they said, okay, yeah, you're looking at about a GTX 750, for about that price range. Because for whatever reason, they were selling the GTX 960 for $300. But when I went to Best Buy and I go to any website online, I see it being sold for $200, depending if it's MSI or EVGA. And I thought that was a little strange. Why are you guys selling for $300? Oh, we're adding a 3-year warranty. 3-year warranty for $100 fucking bucks? And yet when I go to Best Buy, for the same warranty, you only put down $20 to $30. The fuck? Okay, whatever. On top of that, they had the nerve to tell me that my GTX 260 was running and performing with the MSI 980. And I'm going, you do know how old my card is, right? I'm going, that thing can barely function with Star Wars The Old Republic. In fact, when I first played that game with that old PC, with the old rig, I had to turn all my resolution settings to low. And so I was basically playing on 720p with everything else set to low. I could not put it any higher than that, or I would just continue to get load screen after load screen after load screen. It was just impossible for me to play. Same with a few other games that I was playing. I used to play Star Trek Online, and I am currently playing Elder Scrolls Online. And for those of you wondering, yes, you can add me as a friend if you're playing. It's a Star Wars Guy 93. I have barely any friends on there. Excuse me. So I went to go get a second and third opinion. I went to talk to my neighbor who has been an IT guy for a number of years. I don't remember specifically how many years. And when I told him what happened with PC laptops, he went, what the hell? That's interesting. And he asked me what their resolution was for it. And I said, or they told me, it's just your processor. You just need a new processor. That's all you need. Turns out, when I got looking at my system and everything that's in it, it was a combination of things. I needed a new video card. I do need a new processor. I need to upgrade my RAM. And my current storage device was almost completely full. I've got 250 gigabyte hard drive in there. So I went out and I got me a new video card. It was the Zotac GT730. So it's not a huge upgrade, but it definitely performs better than the GT260. And I got that video card because it was only $80. and I wasn't looking to break my bank getting just a video card. I needed an array of things. Secondly, I did need a new processor. I am running the AMD Phenom 9550 quad core. So I'm running a little over 2.20 gigahertz. So it's not too fast. It might have been bottlenecking a little bit. And right now I'm currently running 8 gigs of RAM, 4 6 of 2 gigs. And so what I did is I'm actually waiting for my processor to come. Should be arriving today, a little later today, and I'm really excited about that. I got the AMD FX 8320 Black Edition, and I got that off of Amazon for about 130 bucks. So hopefully that should help improve. And I am right now looking at getting some RAM. I'm just kind of weighing my options, which is the best for my price range. I'm looking to upgrade to 16 gig, maybe even 24, since I've got a 64-bit system. But I don't know yet. It's kind of pricey. I would have gotten it from Best Buy, but just a stick of 8 gig was about 75 bucks. Amazon, I'm finding 2 sticks of 8 for about 60 bucks, and I'm considering it, but I haven't quite made up my mind. Excuse me. And then, while I was over there, I did pick up a Seagate Barracuda 2 terabyte. They actually had them on sale. I don't know if it's just a regional thing or if it's just a Best Buy in general throughout the United States. But the sale was $89 for a 2 terabyte desktop internal hard drive. Of course I fucking jumped on it. Sadly, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out why my PC won't read it. Right now, I'm kind of in the process of thinking maybe I just got a bad SATA cable or one of my ports is bad. Hopefully I'll figure that out today. So, yeah, and I also just went through the hell of trying to remove this fucking adware that somehow got on my computer. It's the web browser redirect. I've been spending literally the past 2 days trying to get rid of it. I finally just decided to go ahead and do a restart point, i.e. uninstalled, reinstalled Google, reset my computer, found extension blockers. I ran I ran Hitman Pro along with a few other things that I have, and I think I finally nailed it. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on things. You know, and I would not mind any suggestions, you know, because I won't lie, I really like this computer. Yeah, again, it's not a super expensive computer, but I still like it. I've got the Antec 900 case, really good for airflow. And for those of you wondering, this particular video card that I got, this Otag 730, is the Zone Edition, so it's not fan cooled. It's got massive heatsink on it, which I think looks kind of nice. Compared to the 650 they tried selling me, which was just the card and a fan that looked like it got beat to shit. And they were trying to sell it to me for 150 bucks. So, needless to say, after my experience with PC laptops last Saturday, I will never deal with them again. And then as far as accessories, I just got myself the G100S, still trying to figure out the button in the middle. And I also picked up the Black Widow Ultimates, and to be honest, I love this thing. I know there are people often say that the buttons break easy, whatever, but you know, I'm not really hard on my keyboards at all. This is just far more comfortable compared to what I had. I had an old wireless Logitech keyboard that had, instead of the number pad on the side, it was a touch pad that you can pick up for like 20-30 bucks at Walmart. And the keyboard itself felt like it was smaller than the keyboard on a laptop. It didn't really feel that great to type on, so this is amazing for me, and I can type really fast on it, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So, not a complete overhaul of my system, but I'm working on it. You know, if anyone has any suggestions on where I could get RAM for a really good price, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, especially for someone that's on my budget. I am, yeah, really tight budget. Anyway, so a couple other things here. I just got Bloodborne yesterday, and I got the collector's edition. So it came with the steel case. My game is currently in my console, and it came with a nifty little book. I like it quite a bit. Though I haven't gotten too far into it, to be honest. In fact, I'm still very much in the beginning. Let's see, the furthest I got was when you get past the main group of NPCs up onto the bridge where the two beasts are. That's about where I got. And, I just kept dying, and I said, fuck it. I have work to do on the PC, I got stuff to fix, and again, amazingly, I'm just using a piece of shit Logitech camera that I picked up for about 15 bucks. In the past, my videos have always looked really sketchy and blah 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 blah, but I'm kind of noticing it here, it's a lot smoother. It's not the greatest quality, but it's definitely a lot smoother than it used to be. So that should really say how much better the 730 is compared to my 260. Actually, back on that, I'll get back on Bloodborne. Back on that for a second, I told the guys at Best Buy, this is the third opinion that I got about what I had, and they found a page that showed the overall performance of every graphics card available on the market, whether it's super shitty and old, right up to the Titan X. So, my GTX 260 is right near the bottom as far as overall performance, which is right about what I expected. And it's funny because the guys at PC Laptop showed me this graph of how the GTX 260 was outperforming the 650, the XFX equivalent to the 650, and the 750. What? No. No, not even close. I was super pissed off that they would do that. At that point, I kind of figured they were only trying to get my money, and as a result, they lost a customer. And I hate doing that because that's not to say they don't make good systems. They make amazing systems, but I don't know. It really turned me off. It really pissed me off. And so when they were showing me the 730 and the 740 GT from Zotac, their performance, they were a little over the halfway mark in terms of performance between the shittiest card to the Titan X, which is considered to be the best card on the market right now. It was just a little over the mark, not quite up to par with the 750 and the 750 Ti, not quite up there yet, but it's getting close. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and get me a 730. And when I told them what happened with PC Laptops, funny thing is, the guy that I was working with, he used to be an employee of the PC Laptops. He goes, yeah, that sounds like them. Wow, coming from one of your own employees, and I'm not going to name names, but that's just my experience. That's just my experience. Back on Bloodborne, I tried live streaming it when I got it on Twitch. Now, again, here's where I'm asking the audience for a little help here, because when I go to the Twitch page, the video hasn't uploaded. And when I go through the Twitch settings on my PlayStation, there's no option that says, okay, now that you stopped, go ahead and upload. Am I missing something? Or do I have to actually get on my computer or my phone, whichever, and actually go ahead and just upload it while it's live? I don't understand it. I'm very new to Twitch. I tried doing the video of it, but I don't know if anyone's paying attention. It wasn't a very long video. It was about like 6-7 minutes long. I was basically trying to figure everything out. Now that I understand how to play the game, I'll go ahead and do the video again from the very beginning. But yeah, I'm not going to give anything else about it just because, like I said, I'm not very far into the game. So I can't really say, yes, this game is awesome, no, this game is shitty. The storyline's awesome. I can't really tell you just because of how early in the game I am. So the further into it I get, the more reviews I'll do, stuff like that. I will say this, coming from the creators of Dark Souls, it wasn't as hard as I was expecting it to be. A lot like, Lords of the Fallen. Funny how they give you an achievement for dying. I thought that was a little ironic. Hey, you died, you get an achievement. The thing I noticed, like I said, it's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. It's just there's a lot of enemies, so it can be a little overwhelming. But again, it's really fun. You know, I can actually say this about it. From the very little I've played of it, I can already tell you for an RPG, it is very different from most RPGs I've played. And in some ways it's good, in some ways it's not so great. I'll let people figure that out for themselves. Like I said, I'm not going to give any details because it's so new. But yeah, if you want, I'll most likely, while I'm still upgrading my PC, I will be on my PlayStation a little bit more now that Bloodborne is out. And yeah, if you want to go ahead and add me as a friend, feel free. Just let me know that, hey, you know what, I saw your YouTube video, I want to add you as a friend so we can play. Here's the thing, if you are an Xbox fan that happens to have a PS4 and you add me, here's the thing. I don't want to talk about Xbox. I really do not want to talk about Xbox, because here's the thing, is, it's really down to personal preference. And wrong choice of words there. Listening to someone that actually used to work for Microsoft, he's got all the consoles, and he did this video quite a while ago, and I actually liked his opinion about it. Yes, the PS4 has better hardware. However, so did the PS3 compared to the 360, but we all know how that turned out. Alright, these are his words, not mine, so don't get after me for plagiarism or copyright or shit like that. Okay, these are his words. Essentially, they are basically the same thing. When people start getting on about, oh, the PS4 is going to be all 1080p and this Xbox is 720p, believe it or not, and I actually did have to go look this up for myself, there are some games on the Xbox One that do play in 1080p. And to be honest, I was completely baffled by that, considering the fact that the Blu-ray player in it is very old. I was very surprised by that, but that's not all games. And same with the PlayStation 4. Not every single game is going to be playing in 1080p. In fact, I don't even know if Bloodborne can play in 1080p. Doesn't say. If I had a regular case, it'd probably say. But, I just lost my train of thought. Well then. Oh, anyway. So, yeah, I just completely lost it again. So sorry. It is 6 in the morning for me. I am really tired. I have seriously spent the better part of this night just dinking around with all my anti-malicious software trying to fucking get rid of this. And let's put it this way. I think the person who has been doing this to my computer, whether it's automated or not, whoever's been doing this to my computer, if I know you, which I most likely don't, but if I ever figure out who it is, believe me when I say that, you know what, no, never mind, I'm not going to say it because I can actually get in a lot of trouble for saying it, but I will be, I don't know. I don't really know how to say it without sounding like I'm threatening, just because of everybody, you know, complaining about everything. But needless to say, I am super pissed. Alright? That 2 fucking days to clear this up, and I'm not even holding my hopes up high that I even fixed the problem. I'm kind of just waiting it out, kind of testing it here and there, occasionally getting back on the browser to see if anything's popped up, checking my control panel and everything. You know, I'm very persistent about it. But anyway, yeah, if you want to add me on PlayStation, back to the Xbox thing, don't be like shit-stained gamer or crap gamer, okay, who bought the PS4 only to bash on it. Because here is bottom line is they are very much the same in terms of what they can do, graphically speaking. The main difference between them is 1, who makes them, and 2, the games, and 3, in my previous videos, yes, I have made it very clear I prefer PlayStation. Alright? But that's because of their games. I've said that over and over again. So again, if you want to add me, go ahead. Just let's not talk about Xbox, because frankly, I don't care. I really do not care. If you start talking about Xbox, I'm just going to go, uh-huh. Yep. You hating on Xbox? Does it sound like I'm hating on Xbox? No. I just frankly don't care about them. And here's the thing. Microsoft went down a direction that most people don't agree with, unfortunately. You know, and people are still kind of hesitant to support them, especially after the whole Xbox One shenanigans when it was first unveiled. You know, people are still very skeptical. But, you know, and with good reason. With very good reason. I just don't much care for them. With my experience when I had the 360, don't get me wrong, I loved that system. You know, because I could play Halo 2 on it. You know, I loved Halo Anniversary. I was very, very impressed with how 343 Industries handled the graphics and remastering it. In fact, for the longest time, that was the only game I played on Xbox. And most of it was just because it was extremely beautiful. The graphics, you know, they weren't high-end graphics, keep that in mind, but they were 10 times, 100 times better than the original, and it was just amazing. So I would play it over and over again just because it was so mesmerizing. I loved it. And not to mention, the first Halo is my favorite. But here's what happened and what killed the deal with me for Xbox. Was after they unveiled Xbox One, that new security update that was released for your Xboxes, it kept highlighting my email address and my home address. I really don't know why. It wanted me to type it in again just to confirm that I am who I am. But every time I would, it kept saying, no, this is incorrect. Put it in. No, it's not. No, it's incorrect. No, it's not. This is me. And I even did troubleshoot. I did everything I could think of for 3 days straight. And I finally got pissed off. I finally got pissed off. Called the support, and here is the thing. I got even angrier. Because the guy I was talking to, I had a hard time understanding him in certain aspects. And he sounded like he was from India, somewhere in Asia, I don't know. I couldn't place the accent very well. But the one thing I do know for a fact is he kept trying to take me through every single step I went through. I'm going, look, dude, I took all these steps. Alright? When it comes to the consoles, I know pretty much most of the workarounds. I know how to fix them. Alright? That's what I've been using for the past 6 years. I know how to fix them. But this time around, it wasn't a system problem. It was a software problem that I could not fix. And I finally told him, you know what? I need to be transferred to somebody that can actually help me out. And he kept saying, no, no, you don't. I can help you, just do this. And I'm going, sir, I've already done this. Every single step you just laid out, I've done this already, and it did jack shit. And he just would not listen. It made me mad. So I finally told him, you know what? I got a question for you. What? And here's the thing before you all go on a buzz about this. I am not racist. I was just angry. Okay? And I asked him a question. I said, hey, I have a question for you. What? And I totally pulled this from a comedian. I'm not going to name his name. For those of you who know who he is, do not, name him at all, because I don't want him getting in trouble or anything like that. This is purely me. Alright? He has nothing to do with this. I just got mad, and when I get mad, I get very sarcastic. And I asked him, sir, would it be weird for your friend to take you out to lunch riding an elephant? He hung up on me. And since then, they have not answered my calls. I'm guessing they flagged me for some, and to be honest, I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. Funny how I still get their emails. I don't know, but it was after that experience of going, you know what? I'm sorry, but I had a much better experience with Sony. And I've only called their support once. That was to have them reset my PlayStation Network password. And it wasn't that hard. I called them up, they asked what my problem was, and I said, I can't remember my password. And this is way back before you could actually go into your consoles or go to the website and have them send you an email to reset your password. This is way before that. So I was still on my PS3, I was just getting back into it. And they sent me the password and everything was good. I've never had an issue with my PlayStations before. Don't get me wrong, the UI on the PS3 kind of sucks. But I wasn't as concerned about it. I just like the games. I'm a PlayStation exclusive whore. I will not lie about that. I like their exclusives, hence the reason why I got Bloodborne. So you guys can see that. Bloodborne. So yeah, back to the thing. If you want to add me on PlayStation and you want to play I think you can play Bloodborne together if you're playing online. I would think so. If not, then I'm just stupid because I've only played offline so far. But anyway, yeah, my username is Nathan18Decker. That's spelled D-E-C-K-E-R. Now keep in mind, that doesn't mean I'll add everybody. Just if you do decide to add me, send me a message, just so I know who you are, and we'll chat. My whole goal here on YouTube is to provide information. Provide reviews, stuff like that, answer any questions about games that I may or may not have played, except for the not played part. Would make sense to answer questions about games that I haven't played. Anyway, but yeah, that would be really awesome. Again, if you want to add me, feel free. Just make sure you send a message beforehand, otherwise I will just decline your friend request. Alright, so again, it's Nathan18Decker. That's what I made in high school, not realizing you couldn't change the name. Now, yes, I can go make a new profile, but I don't want to have to go through and get all the achievements that I have again. That would be a royal pain in the ass. So, yeah. And just for clarification, I know I've mentioned my hate for Destiny, and you can probably see my poster in the back. Yeah, I got that. But that was before I realized just how shitty the game was. That was for pre-ordering the game. So, yeah. And also, I don't even know why I haven't taken it down. Well, maybe I will.
Would be good for some target practice.
Who knows? Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, here's another thing. I won't just be doing gaming reviews, console, PC stuff. I do music, as you can probably see in my channel. If you have any suggestions or requests, send them to me, and I will do what I can to get them on YouTube. Just know that I am more of a rhythm kind of guitarist than a lead guitarist, and I only have an acoustic. I don't have an electric. I could go out and get me an electric, but I don't want to get a guitar for $200 bucks. That's a cheap guitar. So, yeah. If you have any other questions, again, feel free to ask me, and make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit like or dislike, whatever. Also, so that everybody knows, I love constructive feedback. Alright? I will not take offense to anything. Okay? But I will not tolerate abuse to either me or anybody else who decides to like my channel, subscribe, or comment. I will not tolerate abuse. If I see any abuse in the comments, you're out. Simple as that. I will have your ass kicked out. I do not tolerate abuse. I've said it before, I love friendly competition. I love constructive criticism and feedback to help me understand more of what you guys want. How can I make it more entertaining? As you probably realize, I'm pretty much relaxed, chill. This is my comfort zone, but if you guys want, I'll try to get out of my comfort zone, do some funny gigs or whatever. But yeah, that's it. I'm out.